A lot of these young ladies are getting a taste of their own medicine in the dating scene, in the mating scene. They're getting a taste of what they've been dishing out. And I'm not saying all, okay? I'm not saying all. There's some great young ladies out there. I'm just talking about the ones that have been using this whole entitlement thing to their advantage and taking advantage of men. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that find it cute to use men and find it cute to ghost men and play them and string them along and stuff like that, and then ghost them. Now, a lot of these young ladies, a lot of these chicks are, and guys, when I say young ladies, I'm just talking about in general, okay? You guys know that YouTube be finding any excuse to demonetize videos, okay? So when I say young ladies, you know, just use your imagination. It's interchangeable. I'm not just talking about young ladies. I'm talking about young, old, loose, good. You know, just use the context clues. But they're getting a taste of their own medicine, and I will explain how. This is Tarik Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So yeah, they're getting a taste of their own medicine, man. There's so many TikTok videos of them complaining and whining and crying. And the thing about it is, these are the same things that a lot of guys have been saying for a long time now. And I'm not talking about dirtbag guys. I'm not talking about your Pookies and Ray Rays and the dudes that just be misusing and mistreating chicks, okay? I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about those scumbags. I'm talking about decent guys. I'm talking about decent guys who, hey, look, they're not anything extraordinary. They're not over here being players and trying to smash everything in sight. You know, of course they have their needs, but they're moderate. They're decent. They're decent guys. They make a decent living, and you know, they're guys that just want something that's real. And these guys get played. These guys get played. But now the tables are turning, because these guys that were once like that are starting to use and deploy the same tactics that a lot of these chicks have been doing, that a lot of these women have been doing. And the thing about it is, like I said, because of certain movements, because of certain girl power movements, a lot of chicks, they take this and they take advantage. See, it's all about equality, but then it becomes tyrannical at some point when it's used to mistreat people. And a lot of these chicks are getting on TikTok and they're crying and they're like, oh yeah, so and Steve, you know, we'll just say Steve or Chad. We all know how we freaking love Chad. Chad called and we went on a date, and he used me for intimate purposes. Okay, he used me for triple X-rated purposes, and then he ghosted me, and then I never heard from him again. He ghosted me. Guess what? This is something that's been going on to guys since the beginning of, I'm pretty sure every single guy that's been on here has been ghosted by a handful of chicks, right? Some more than others, okay? Some more than others. I'm not saying that every single dude has been ghosted by like a shit ton of chicks, okay? But it's happened. It's happened once or twice, where this dude really thought this chick was into him, right? He really thought they was clicking. He really thought they were getting along. Then he took her out. And it seemed like they were having a nice time. It seemed like she was enjoying herself. But guess what? He tried to hit her up, and she ain't answer. All he got was crickets. Guess what that is? Ghosted. He got ghosted. And he was like, dang, she was cool. I thought we were vibing. I thought we were getting to know each other. But this whole time, she just wanted to use me for a quick meal, or she just wanted to use me for a night out, or use me for whatever purposes. You know, a lot of guys talk to chicks on the phone, and it seems like everything is just going so swell. It seems like everything is just going so right. And then when he finally asked her to go out with him, which is kind of the guy's fault for taking so damn long, right? I'm not one of these channels just is gonna blame everything on females or women. I'm not one of these channels, okay? But he finally got the courage to ask her out, and she either ghosted him or she just strung him along, okay? And even guys that do get straight to the point, some of these chicks will string them along like, oh yeah, not this weekend, and next weekend after that I'm busy, and the next I'm gonna be busy for the next 5 years, you know, stuff like that. And now guys are kind of doing that. Not as much with the whole text and stuff, but with the whole kind of ghosting after they get intimate. Because at some point, and I'm not saying this is right, but at some point this guy got played. You know, he got screwed over. He was led on by a chick that was making him think that, hey, she was just interested in him. She was just playing like she was just so enamored by him. And then she ghosted him afterwards. So now he's doing that. And then this whole chivalry thing, chivalry, you know, a lot of guys would love to be chivalrous. I think it's in our nature. And to the right woman, you should be. If she's treating you correctly, you should treat her correctly back. But let's be honest, if you're out here, and guys, if you're single, you're gonna find out real quick that a lot of these chicks, you know, they're kind of cutthroat. So a lot of guys stop this whole chivalry thing and being super duper respectful and just going above and beyond, you know, and being like, oh yeah, she's a delicate flower and all this stuff. A lot of guys are like, nah, hell nah, I'm gonna get mine and that's it. No more being super caring and asking how her day is and helping her with this and that. Nah, it ain't none of that, because a lot of guys see how a lot of these chicks are moving. They see how these chicks are moving funny. And it's not all of them. That's the thing about it. It's not all of them. It is not all of them, but it is quite a bit of them, because a lot of them think that men are just these disposable, you know, utilities. You know, they look at guys, they look at men as a utility. They look at men as a means to an end. Okay? They look at them as a means to an end, unfortunately. And guys started picking up on that. They're like, nah, man, hell nah. Y'all are still telling us to be chivalrous. And this chick here just finished cursing me out. Right? I just got done getting cursed out. Or I just got, you know, a lot of like I'll give you an example. In the store, sometimes a lot of chicks won't even say excuse me, bro. They'll just kind of bump into you and won't even say excuse me or nothing. And they just have this, you know how you could tell vibes, you know how you could sense vibes off of people. It's just a very like a vibe that is kind of nasty. And I do believe, I'm a firm believer in your world is your mirror, right? Like you see, like whatever you feel inside is how you view people. But even with that, you know, you could differentiate people who got good energy and the ones that don't. And you know, it's quite a few. It's, you know, I've ran into quite a few young ladies that when you're somewhere, you know, like if you're in a bar, club, something, and I don't suggest guys to go there. I don't even go there no more. I'm not single anymore. Okay? I got my old lady and I have my beautiful daughter, you know. She birthed a beautiful daughter, and I got my son, you know, so I'm more family oriented, but I'm just talking to my guys that's out here. You know, you'll notice this very condescending vibe coming from them. It's like a vibe of I'm better than you. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And even if, hey, look, of course, they're not gonna find every single guy attractive, right? Of course, no one should expect that they're gonna be found attractive. Of course, you as a man, you don't find every single woman you run into attractive, right? But that don't give nobody a reason to act like they're stuck up, right? It's almost like this aura of They feel like you owe them something because you're a man. They feel entitled to what you got. They feel like they're entitled for you to just do everything and for them to just lay back and be pretty, which some of them are not even. Okay? Some of them are not even, and they sitting here like you need to treat them like they're royalty or something like that. You get what I'm saying? It's like the this feeling of like, oh yeah, you're beneath me. And a lot of guys are like, nah, the tables have turned. We're not rolling out the red carpets for y'all. No more free drinks. I hope you guys don't buy random chicks at the bar drinks, right? That you just met 5 minutes ago. That you barely even talk to, right? Now, if you going out with them, or you know, you've been talking to them the whole night and y'all are just really vibing, yeah, sure. Go and do that. But just for you to just do that just because, like, oh, just cause, nah, stop. Like, a lot of guys have stopped doing that. Right? So anyway, with that being said, hey, look, it is what it is out here, man. It is what it is. A lot of guys are just not putting up with it no more. So with that being said, I'm out. Peace.